Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Apostles House Connect. I'm your host, Tashea Carlos.
Hello, everyone, and many thanks to all of you that tune into our show. We appreciate the support. Again, my name is Nadege Executive Director. Today, we will be joined by Suzane Thomas, Director of our Transitional Housing Program. Suzane has joined the Apostles House in 2017 as the social worker before assuming the role of Director of our Transitional Housing. Over the years, she has moved the program leaps and bounds, and as a result, our families are flourishing. Suzane, thank you for joining us.
Hello, Tashea and Nadege. Thank you for having me today.
Welcome, Sue.
Welcome. So to start off, Suzane, can you explain to our viewers what transitional housing is, what is the setup, and who utilizes our program?
Sure. Transitional housing is a facility where homeless families, particularly mothers and children, come to our program sort of like for a waiting period or transitional phase towards permanent housing. There we provide extensive case management services and support depending on where they are in their journey to ensure that they get to where they're going. And to us, the end goal is to ensure that they have permanent housing because we want to make sure that our clients fight with homelessness as far as their family structure is concerned. The setup is very homey and it's an independent atmosphere. You come in, we try to make it feel like home. The apartments are set up like regular style apartments. And so we provide them with linens. They have their beds, the rooms, kitchens. They're able to cook for themselves. And so basically it's like a home away from home.
What are the eligibility requirements, if there are any, and do you accept any walk-ins into the transitional housing program?
We do not accept walk-ins. However, on a daily basis, we get calls from individuals who are seeking shelter for themselves. And so what we do is we do a screening via the phone and just ask them like basic questions. Are you employed? If you're not employed, do you receive benefits through DFAB, which is the Division of Family and Benefits? And depending on the responses we get, we are able to then determine which funding source they would qualify under. For example, with the City of Newark funding program, you have to be denied by DFAB in order for them to complete for services. You also preferably have to be a resident of the Essex County area. For another program we have, which is SSA, the individual must be working. And so it just depends on, different factors.
Mm-hmm. And DFAB is?
Division of Family and Benefits.
Okay.
Welfare.
I know some of our viewers might be wondering, and we get this question all the time, who pays for our services?
Definitely the funding source. That is the reason why we have to fully screen our potential clients. And even after we screen them, the potential funding source also does their own screening. Because we want to make sure that everything is straight so that once we actually complete the intake process, they're settled in.
And those funding sources are?
City of Newark,
Okay.
DKA Welfare, SHUSH, and other vendors, funding sources that partner with us to meet the needs of the clients. For example, we have clients who come in because they experienced an unfortunate situation like a fire. So there are different programs out there that will cover their state.
Okay. Thank you. What are some of the challenges or barriers our clients face, and how important is case management to assisting our clients?
Case management is extremely important. I always tell our clients that you are your primary barrier. So once you get out of that mental funk of having to be in that situation, it's your time, okay? You have to want to move forward. We can provide you with all the tools, but if you're not mentally prepared, then you're going to be your own block. A lot of times that mental block is as a result of situations. For example, a client may have a history of eviction. It is so challenging to get an eviction expunged, unfortunately, and a lot of landlords will not rent their apartment to a person who has that on their history. Another barrier is childcare. If the family has no childcare, they can't go to work. And so we're grateful to programs like Program for Parents, whom we complete the applications for our clients, and been great in, with the turnaround to ensure that, there's daycare placement for the children. They are able to then go get jobs and are able to fund their financial expenses. Other challenges are like if, for example, a client is undocumented, that's a whole nother legal situation. But with all those challenges, again, extensive case management is important because we want to make sure that the appropriate referrals are in place and the follow-up is crucial. In following up, we're able to stay on top of things. A lot of times clients get lost in the shuffle when it comes to different service involvement. And by staying on top of things, we're able to make sure that, they move smoothly along the journey towards permanent housing.
Right. And with that being said, and all the services that we provide, how do we measure the success of our program?
Well, that's where the intake process comes in. After we would have screened the client and we complete the intake and we gather all the information regarding the history that led to their state of homelessness and the appropriate goals. Once you're able to identify the need and establish realistic and appropriate goals as it relates to each specific client, we are then able to track how they meet the goals, when they meet the goals, and then, the CEO, Mrs. DuVernay, she likes certifications and all this stuff. So then it's a big deal. Sometimes I'm dancing for the clients. Every little step, every single accomplishment is a big deal. And we use that as a source of motivation to keep them moving forward.
Excellent. In the initial episode of the Apostles House Connect, Suzane, Nadege mentioned that you are the brainchild behind the Be the Key program. Can you give us a little bit of insight into why you felt the need to create and offer such a program?
Well, coming on board, I knew that our is a visionary. She likes to think outside the box. She likes, for us to be innovative. She challenges us to go beyond and above, right? And so in anything that you're trying to establish, you have to do an assessment because that assessment will allow you to identify needs. So the same thing that we're encouraging the clients to go through step by step is what we as an organization are also implementing. So I saw the need, I saw the challenges, and I'm like, what is it that we can do to help them? If they're saying, oh my goodness, I don't have childcare. I don't have a job. How am I supposed to pay my bills? I don't even know how to properly go through an interview process successfully. I don't know what to wear. And so, because like I said before, I believe that the client is primary barrier. And at the same token, if we put down that barrier, then you essentially become the key to your own success. And that's why it was called Be the Key. And what we did was, we focused on the mental health of the client, understanding their emotions behind how they're feeling, recognizing if they present with any mental illness that could serve as an additional barrier, understanding what it means to identify and set realistic goals, both short-term and long-term. We went through resume building. I did a mock interview with them at our initial session. They had to dress up. If they didn't have the appropriate attire, they were referred to Dress for Success. And then it was just a great and awesome time. I'm so excited to see how the program has evolved to where it is now. And for those who are partnering with us to spearhead the program, my shoulders. It's just so exciting.
Well, our clients are equally as excited as you are, Suzane. So we thank you so very much for coming up with this really great program that our mothers are truly benefiting from.
Yeah, it's truly awesome because then after they complete this now it's 6 weeks. When I initially did it was 3 weeks. But the great part about it is that we don't only have them go through this program for training purposes. We then fund their program of choice, whether it be to secure a SORA certification, a home health aid certification, if they want to go into cosmetology, become a certified nurse's aide. I mean, it's just awesome if we're equipping them. I just believe that we can't just ask them to do all the time. We ought to equip them so that when we lay out these expectations, they're realistic.
Yes.
Right. So Suzane, some of our viewers that are listening today and hearing all the wonderful things that we do, they want to support our families in the transitional housing program. How can they go about doing that?
Yes, I love the word support. Yes, we need all of it. Honestly, we cannot do it alone. We need the support of each and every person who is willing. Every dollar counts. So primarily, we look for monetary donations. If you go to the Apostles House website and click on that donate tab, and make sure you write transitional housing, okay? Because if you don't do that, it's not coming to us. Second way is that I did create a Amazon wish list entitled Linen and Things Initiative. We are constantly in need of bedding and other supplies to make sure that when our clients come in, that they have whatever it is that they need to get them started. And the third way is that I am starting this Adopt a Unit initiative. We would like all potential funders, vendors, sponsors, you name it, to adopt a unit. From day to day, there are different things that come up, repairs are needed. And as we are also trying to upgrade the atmosphere, feel of our transitional housing, we also need different items, pots, pans, decorative items, because we want to give that whole, everyone now they're renting now? Airbnbs. So we want them to, we want them to be comfortable. So we want that whole Airbnb atmosphere where you walk in and everything is just there and you don't want to leave. We want them to leave successfully, but we want them to feel welcomed and at home while they are staying with us.
Definitely. So you heard it, everyone. If you are viewing today and you would like to support the transitional facility, please contact us. Please go onto our website, please log on to Amazon. We'll have the information after the show in our comment section as well, so that you'll know how to donate. Again, thank you, Suzane, for coming on with us today. Thank you, each and every viewer, for watching our show. We appreciate your support. To learn more about the Apostles House, please visit us at theapostleshouse.org, or you can call 973-482-0625. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, our Instagram, and again, like, share, and subscribe. All of the links will be below in our comment section.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in again today. We look forward to seeing you when our next episode airs on July 2nd. Be well.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.